Okay, so it is day 7 of U.S. airstrikes in Iran, and they come with a warning from President Donald Trump. The president writing on social media, there will be no deal except unconditional surrender. He added, the U.S. and its brave allies and partners will work to bring Iran back from the brink of destruction. He also says Iran will have a great future. Now, that message comes as Israel announces a new phase in the joint war. They're heavily bombing Tehran and Lebanon. That happened overnight. Iran answering those strikes with strikes of their own. They're firing missiles and drones clear across the Persian Gulf. This is also just into us. Sources tell CBS News Russia is providing intelligence to Iran on U.S. positions. The Washington Post was the first to report that. CBS News chief correspondent Matt Gutman reports from Tel Aviv as tens of thousands are either sheltering in place or trying to get out.
We are now in the 7th day of this war, and it continues to broaden. Obviously, a very major assault by the Israeli Air Force on a bunker of the regime in Tehran that was apparently used by the Ayatollah. That was going to be his command post in case of war with Israel. He did not survive long enough to be able to use it, we're told. Unclear how damaged it was, but Israel said it used 50 warplanes and about 100 munitions, many of them we understand to be one-ton bomb, 2,000 pounds of high explosive, so that can cause some pretty cataclysmic damage. North of where we are on the Israeli-Lebanon border, there have been significant skirmishes. Israel has expanded its war to that second front in Beirut, attacking Hezbollah there. Troops are moving into southern Lebanon. We've had drones hit Kurdish areas in Iran and also in Iraq. There's been a drone hitting Azerbaijan. Obviously, a U.S. submarine downed a Iranian Navy warship off the coast of Sri Lanka in the Indian Ocean. So this continues to grow. We understand that Russia has been offering some sort of assistance. They've been talking to Iran. Unclear exactly what that is, but this continues to expand. We have also learned more about how integrated these air defense systems are in the region. The U.S. and Israel have this sort of interlocking system. There are radars that are operated by the U.S. and Israel. They sort of have this net. They have American missiles, Israeli missiles of different kinds. There's the Arrow, which is super high altitude. There's the David Sling, which is a little bit lower, and the Iron Dome, which is if a missile actually penetrates all of those safety nets and gets close to hitting the ground, then they fire those off. Very, very intricate, but we haven't seen it used as much over the past 24 hours. That's because we've had many fewer missile launches from Iran. Israel says that's because it has decimated Iran's stockpile of missiles, but also its launchers. They say their capacity to launch those missiles is down by 80% at this point. Unclear what the cause is. Is Iran husbanding its arsenal? Is it waiting in anticipation of a prolonged war, which we understand would favor it? Is it trying to focus those missiles and drones particularly on the Gulf, putting pressure on the Gulf states, which are suffering economically very, very significantly, and we understand are also putting more pressure on President Trump to wrap up this war as quickly as possible because they are not able to move oil through the Persian Gulf, through the Straits of Hormuz, and that is going to cause oil prices across the world to spike. So there's a lot moving right now. Unclear how much longer this war is going to last. Secretary Hegseth has called for 8 weeks, or said it might be 8 weeks, but we understand that the original plan for this combined assault called for about a 2-week campaign. Back to you.
Matt Gutman, thank you. So as we watch President Trump's push for regime change in Iran, it's worth looking back on 5 decades of CBS News coverage as Iran transformed from a monarchy to an Islamic republic. You can watch that this Sunday on 60 Minutes.